and upon her head and upon her hand she was carrying with her her belongings. And as she started to walk away, she was approached by a young man. And this young man said to her, "Where do you go to?" And she said, "I am leaving the city of my forefathers." And this young man said to her, "Why do you leave the city of your forefathers?" She said, "Have you not heard the son of Abdullah? He is saying there is no God but Allah. And he is saying that no one is worthy of worship except Allah. And he says that man is equal to woman. And he says whatever the master eats, the servant must be fed the same. And he said, I have not come except to perfect your character." And he's saying all of these things, but all we have been taught is how to worship the Lord of Qubal and Qubal. The statue she was referring to, the idols she was referring to, which were placed inside the holy sanctuary, the Ka'batul Musharraf itself back in the day. This young man then says to her, "Let me give you a hand." And he helped her. He picked up her bags for her and he started walking with her. And then she started complaining. She says, "Have you not heard the son of Abdullah? He says these things, and he says he received revelation from God, the unseen God. This is nothing but the black magic, and he's nothing but a poet, and he's nothing but a liar. The man is possessed. The man doesn't make any sense when he talks." She started to say all of these things until she relieved herself of her tiredness and the fuss that she was carrying about within her. The vex up that she had, the anger that she had, she released it. And then this young man says to her, "Okay." And then she says, "Okay, thank you for listening to me. Now go on, give me my bag." She takes her bag and she puts the bag on her hand and the other one in her hand. She starts to walk away. And then she stops and she turns and she asks, "Man anta wa ma ismuka?" Who are you? What is your name? He said, "Ana Muhammad wa ismi Abdullah. Ismi Muhammad wa ana ibn Abdullah. I am Muhammad. My name is Muhammad. I am that son of Abdullah who you were speaking about." She heard this and she said, "La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa ala alihi wa sallam." Ayyuhal khullan, my brothers and sisters in the deen, what made her come to the deen? What made her accept La ilaha illallah? Was it a sword on her head? Was it a dirty character? Was it aggravation? Was it hatred? What was it? The beautiful character of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. She saw the character of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. She saw his reaction to all the negativeness that she gave him. And she won him. Her heart fell in love with him sallallahu alayhi wa ala alihi wa sallam. And she said, "La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam." We come across hundreds of narrations as such. We find hundreds of narrations which speak about the beautiful character of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Loving him in reality is adopting his methodology, is adopting his sunnah more so than the outward. It's about the inner state that you carry yourself in. What kind of an individual are you? The true sunnah is not about wearing the thobe or extending the beard or wearing a turban on your head. The true sunnah is about the way you are from within. From the way you are from within will start to penetrate itself onto the outward. And then when you wear the thobe or the amama and extend the beard and you carry the character of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, hada Islam. This is Islam. Islam is not attained by any individual who merely adorns themselves and what we believe to be Islamic clothing. Rather, your inward state, your character, the way you speak to people, the way you are, your interactions with Muslim and non-Muslim. How many of us here can truly say and graciously say that we treat Muslims and non-Muslims all equally? And through our characters, people will come into the deen. There's enough Muslims in the world today for every non-Muslim to accept Islam. Enough Muslims in the whole world today for every non-Muslim to accept Islam. The truth of the matter is, how many of these Muslims have the character of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam? When it is said in the Quran al-Kareem, that those who ask of you, don't deny them. How many times do we deny a Muslim, let alone a non-Muslim? Though we may have it, though we may be in possession of what they need, but Allah says, those who ask from you, don't deny them. Don't rebuke them. Don't refute them. Don't make them feel bad by saying, I haven't it, you ain't having it. Well, you may have it and you say, I haven't got it. We know this happens. You may have something and say, you know what, I've got exactly what you need, but you ain't getting it. You understand? We do these things. But is this the character of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam? Is this loving him alayhi salatu taslim? La Allah. No by Allah. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is not only partaking in a mawlid and celebrating the life of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam and appreciating him in our lives, but when we walk away from the mawlid, don't forget the food. When you walk away from the mawlid, carry the character of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam with you. Carry his traits with you, and nobody attains them overnight. An individual will only attain these characteristics and these traits of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam gradually in time as they start to read about him sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. The more they understand him, constantly, consistently sending salams upon him sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, and then the nur of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, when this starts to shine in your heart, then every individual that you meet, not light will penetrate their heart, because all they see in you is goodness. All they see in you is goodness. At the beginning of the dhikr, what we were reciting, Hasbi Rabbi Jallallah. My Lord Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the magnificent. My Lord, my Hasbi Rabbi was enough for me. Hasbi Rabbi, my Lord Allah is enough for me. Jallallah. Ma fi qalbi ghayrullah. Ma fi qalbi ghayrullah. Nothing in my heart except Allah. Nur Muhammad sallallahu, the light of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam may shine within us. Salutations of Allah be upon him. La ilaha illallah. There is no God but Allah. There is no one worthy of worship except Allah. There is no deity except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So to be true upon La ilaha illallah, an individual needs to carry the nur of Rasulullah. The nur of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam does not come about in anyone except those who beautify their character, except those who adopt good traits, except those who strive for the deen, except those who are willing to make sacrifices for the deen. These days that we are living in, these are the best of days. For Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam named them Shawwal, Dhul Qadr, Dhul Hajj. These days are the days of Hajj. Upon these days, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned them in the Quran al-Kareem, that these are the days of Allah. Upon these days, you know, if you worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the reward is even higher. But be aware, if you earn the displeasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in these days, then the sin that you attain is even worse. And then these days, we are approaching quickly the month of Dhul Hajj itself, upon which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has taken an oath. وَالْفَجْرِ وَلَيَالٍ عَشْرٍ. According to the Mufassirin of the Quran al-Kareem, the commentators of the Quran, وَلَيَالٍ عَشْرٍ, the 10 nights, these are the first 10 nights of Dhul Hajj. So when the month of Dhul Hajj comes upon us, then these nights need to be spent in the remembrance of Allah. These days need to be spent in fasting, the first 10 days, until the moon is sighted for Eid. And then these days are what? The days of sacrifice. قُلْ إِنَّ الصَّلَاةِ وَنُسُكِ وَمَحْيَايَ وَمَمَاتِي لِلَّهِ رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ. Say that my worship, my prayer is for Allah. وَنُسُكِ, my sacrifice is for Allah. My living is for Allah. My dying is for Allah. This needs to be adopted completely in these days in particular, but the momentum should carry on even when the days are ended. The momentum of carrying the love of Allah and His Messenger, worship for the sake of Allah, trying to get close to Allah through the example of Rasulullah, should be carried on even after these days and nights have ended. So these days and nights are the days of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept this gathering that we have today purely for His sake, as I need to get closer to Him by remembering the mawlid, the birth commemoration of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam alayhi. Allahumma rabbana taqabbal minna salatana wa qiyamana wa ruku'ana wa sujudana wa tilawatina wa sihriyana wa siyamana wa iftarana wa qabulil hasanina arhamar rahimin. Allahumma ya rabbana ya kareem, ya rabbana ya rahim, anta jawwadul halim wa anta ni'mal mu'in, wa ma lana rabbana siwaka ya hasbana ya ذا العلا والغنى يا قوي يا متين وليس نرجو سواك فادرك إلهي كرام قبل الفناء والحلاك يعم دنيا ودين واغفر لكل ذنوب واستر لكل عيوب واكشف لكل كروب واكفي أرض المؤذين بجاه طه رسول جد ربنا بالقبول وهب لنا كل رسول ببركة سيدنا الرسول صلوات ربي وسلام عليه بجاه سيدنا الرسول يا أرحم الراحمين بجاه سيدنا الرسول يا أرحم الراحمين جد ربنا بالقبول يا أرحم الراحمين بجاه حبيب سيد الأمين صلوات ربي وسلام عليه. اللهم يا أرحم الراحمين فرج على المسلمين في كل مكان وفرج على المسلمين في هذه البلد يا أرحم الراحمين ومن أهل لا إله إلا الله في كل مكان. اللهم ربنا تقبل منا واعف عنا واغفر لنا ذنوبنا وكفر عنا سيئاتنا وتوفنا مع الأبرار. اللهم اشف الامراض واشف مرضانا المسلمين وارحم موتانا المسلمين. اللهم توفنا مسلمين والحقنا بالصالحين غير خزايا ولا مفتونين. اللهم احفظنا من كل بلاء الدنيا والعذاب الاخره يا اكرم الاكرمين ويا ارحم الراحمين. وبارك لنا في اوقاتنا وبارك لنا في هذا الشهر المبارك وبارك لنا في هذا الليل. نسالك خير في هذا الليل، فتحها ونصرها ونورها وبركتها وهدى يا ارحم الراحمين ويا اكرم الاكرمين. برحمتك نستغيث ومن عذابك نستجير يا عظيم السلطان يا قديم الاحسان يا ارحم الراحمين ويا اكرم الاكرمين. وصل اللهم وبارك على سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى اله وصحبه وبارك وسلم. اقرا سوره الفاتحه على حضره النبي.